What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick. Guess what we're listening to, Nick?
Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains.
You know that, huh? You know how I know you know that?
Yeah.
Look at this fucking music, man. Or can you hear this?
Yeah.
Oof. That's a good lyric, man.
Yep.
Decorated like a grave. Oh my god, man. So I fell into this like rabbit hole, man, scrolling on Instagram, like the
Yeah.
90s acoustic and shit. And
Yeah.
it pops up like little snippets of this shit. And
Mhm.
I caught it the other night, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" Alice in Chains on MTV Unplugged acoustically was ridiculous.
Yeah. See, I think everybody at home is probably saying to themselves, Mike, if you say the word fucking acoustic again without saying it properly, that they're going to turn the podcast off and never listen to us again. So
You-
just try again. It's fucking acoustic, all right?
Acoustic, acoustic.
I
Is that
didn't
what
think,
it is?
yeah, I didn't think you were going to be able to. How do you say nuclear?
Nuclear,
Yeah, I figured that. I fucking figured that.
acoustic. All right. So now I finally learned how to pronounce the word. Yeah, listen, my pronouncing skills, obviously, if you listen to the podcast for the past 2 years, it's not that great. I got to
Yeah.
be honest with you. And I've been practicing.
I've realized like that you're not that smart of a person in general.
I don't think that's it. I think
No,
I'm brilliant.
I really actually think that's it. Because you know how people, friends, they hang out.
Right.
You're not able to test people's intellect, really, right?
So,
You just think they're people, but then you realize sometimes that, holy shit, maybe this kid's dumb.
so I don't test you guys' intellect. Is that what you're saying? All
Yeah.
right. So I'm gonna gather because that's what you do when you gather people when you get people in a group. You
Yeah.
gather them. Okay. So I'm gonna gather all my friends in a group and I'm gonna ask them individually. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, do I test you intellectually?
Yeah.
Intellectually.
Right.
So that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna figure it out. I think I got some people beat, to be honest with you.
I don't think so. I got to be honest with you. I think you might. I think you might. You might be tricking people. You're
Yeah.
pretty good at tricking people, but you're on the lower end of the spectrum of smarts.
Hey, listen, if that's your opinion, all right, we're gonna maybe we'll do one of those tolls and shit, and we'll fucking
What?
the tolls. So we'll put the thing and we're like, am I smart or am I not? You know what I mean? And then we'll gather the information, right? And we'll see what the results are.
I think Mike. I think you're Kaiser Sose in the flesh. I think you pretend to be stupid so that you could just go on this crime spree and then just walk away. No one will ever think it was you, and you walk away into the dust, fucking with your limp, and
Yeah, yeah. There
as
could be
if
like
you never existed.
I could have left DNA at that place, and they'd be like, you know what, that motherfucker's too stupid to do all this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, I could be like that guy. That'd be hilarious if I was Kaiser Sosa.
I think I don't think you're dumb. I just think you're so lazy that you don't want to even say the words properly.
I don't. You know what it is? No, that's not it. I'm in such a rush to get the words out because my head is just like a beautiful mind, like
Right.
Doogie Howser shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, like I'm gonna hit it, and then I just can't get it out in time. It
Yeah.
it gets all stumbled up because I'm so
Yeah.
excited and I have all the intellectual shit going on in my
Right.
brain.
Listen, I'm just busting Mike's balls because I promised Crazy Chris that I would be mean to him on the podcast.
Oh, is that what it is?
Because he didn't show up to my show on Saturday, and Chris drove from Connecticut. Guy fucking drives from East fucking Brunswick, Canada to come down to see my show. Sits in the bar with one of his buddies, and then at one point by himself, just sitting there chilling. That's what he does, the guy. You know, Crazy Chris is the most ride or die motherfucker that we know. Okay.
Trust me, I know that it was going to be a murder like years ago, and he was down to do it.
Yeah.
So, you listen, he's dedicated. I get it.
Listen, I'm not even.
I wanted to come. I wanted to come.
I know. I want to come all the time, and sometimes I'm not able to.
I know that. I heard stories.
Listen, your problem is, I don't know if this is a real excuse or you just use it.
I'm lazy. I'm fucking lazy, man.
But
I'm fucking
but
lazy, man.
I know. Listen, trust me. Listen, it's difficult to say that you're going to drive somewhere on a Saturday when it's number one raining a little bit, and you're like, I'm not going to Yorktown right now to fucking go watch this show. I'm not doing that. I've done that plenty of times. I told, yeah, I'm coming to see your band. And then I'm like, nah. Especially on like Fridays when you get out of work. I convince myself Friday morning all the time, like, all right, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go bar hopping, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Friday, like 5:30 comes up, like, hell no.
I get it,
Hell no. I'm not even gonna eat. I'm
dude.
just gonna go home and go to sleep.
Dude, I hear you. I'm on vacation right
Yeah.
now, and I had the whole week off. I have no excuse.
Yeah.
There's so much shit I said I was gonna start doing
Yeah.
at the beginning of the week, and I haven't done shit.
Yeah. I'm sure you got a couple of cranks in so far though.
Oh, that without a doubt.
Like vacation cranking? Like waking
Oh,
up 9:30, like, oh wait, I don't have anything. Oh wait, no, I do have something to do.
there's
I gotta crank it.
there's nothing stopping you.
Right.
It's like a fucking crank show over here. It's ridiculous.
Crank Fest 99.
It's a crank fest.
What's it called? What did Charlie Murphy say one time on the Chappelle show? Scream all you want, ain't nobody gonna hear you when you got when you fucking tearing your dick to shreds.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
I was gonna say, how'd the show go? Like, did the show
It was cool, man. Yo,
Good?
it was fucking packed in there, Mike. I never
Really?
played to so many people in there. I don't know, it was 150 people probably. That had to be. The whole
Wow.
place was packed. It's beautiful in there too, man. It's really cool. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was sick. Crazy Chris showed up. You
Nice.
didn't. Yeah.
Shit.
Thanks. Thanks for not
Next
showing
time.
up.
Next time I'll do that.
Let me ask you something else that I know the answer to. Did you start reading my book yet?
Well, that's the thing. I was like, after Super Bowl, I'm like, there's no more football. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? And then I was like, you know what? I got this motherfucker. I gotta start reading the book,
Nice.
Lyrical Atro Cities. So I'm gonna plan on starting the book tomorrow.
Atro Cities.
So get that book, number one on Amazon. If you haven't bought it yet, I bought mine.
Yep.
So I'll be reading that book tomorrow. I'm gonna start it tomorrow.
Sick. All right, cool.
I was gonna start a couple days ago, but I'm the biggest procrastinator. So
That's all right. Listen.
plus I got to be in the right mindset to read.
Oh, you're gonna need to be in the right mindset for this book for sure.
No doubt.
Crazy Chris said he was gonna read it like 2 weeks ago, and then he still hasn't read it. But I can't blame him. I can't be mad at Crazy Chris ever because
No,
that motherfucker shows up. That motherfucker shows up.
yo, he does. He does. He hooks up. If you need him for something, like even for me, like I need a ride to Powers, his auto body, because
Yeah.
for some reason he has an auto body shop on the other side of New York State.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed a ride there. My man came through.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to give it up to the ride or die people, man. Not a lot of them. The opposite of the ride or die for us would probably be Malarzik.
Yeah.
Hike,
100%.
Hike Kolarski, he'd be the total opposite of a ride or die guy.
Mike on that High Kolarzik doesn't do shit unless you drag his ass out.
Doesn't do anything.
He doesn't. Does he like us?
We have a friend named Hike Kolarzik, and I don't know what the fuck he does. I don't think he does anything.
I don't know. Maybe he does everything, and maybe he's just like, fuck it. Like
He,
I'm not wasting my time with these fucking losers. You know, I got better things to do. This, you know
I don't
what?
think so.
Listen, Murphy's is right around the corner from him. He can walk, and there's way more people that he knows there than us. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't blame him. It's a comfortable place. It's like Cheers, you know?
It is. When he goes in there, it's like fucking Norm. I get it.
Can't be mad at him. I like knowing Mike Malarzik. I like Hike Malarzik. I like going into a bar, like say you back in the day you would end up at Rory's and Hike is there. And you like Hike loves you, you're saying what's up to him, and like he's like a legend. He's a fucking Yonkers legend. Paulie's more of a Yonkers legend, let's be real. Because I knew Paulie way before I knew Mike. I knew Paulie when I went to St. Anne's and I was in third grade, and Paulie was probably in eighth grade, and I
Right.
was like, "Holy shit, it's Paul Bearer."
That dude's a spitting image of Paul Bearer. It's like the WWF, which is located in Stanford. They send people out like, yo, go find people that you think we could make characters of. And they see that motherfucker Paulie just walking the streets. And like, look how he walks. He walks and looks like a pallbearer. That's our next character.
Yes.
Like gong,
Mhm.
gong. And that motherfucker's walking down with his big ass mustache.
Yep.
Crazy.
Paulie's the man, though. I used to love actually going to Murphy's when he was bartending. He'd be so happy. He's always so happy to see you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He was the best. He was
Yes.
the best.
Murphy's is a Yonkers bar, town bar. Everybody knows their name for the people that listened. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I frequented that bar quite a bit in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I was doing, and it's not that far of a drive from my house. So like back then, like driving drunk was fine as long as you like didn't go speed and fucking pass out. But I get like buzzed up, and I'd be drinking like the what it was called. It was called Dr. Pepper shots, and it'd be a half mug of Budweiser, and then you take a little shot of amaretto, and you drop it in the Budweiser, right? It fucking just foams up, goes crazy, and then you chug it, and it tastes like Dr. Pepper. It's fucking fantastic. You do quite a bit of those, and then you're feeling it, man. You're fucking
Yeah.
feeling it. So that was me back in the day. I was going there definitely every Monday night. I was probably there either on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a minute, but then I go in like this is all my life. I go in different spurts. Like I did that for a minute. Then I hung out with a different group of friends. We did different things. Then I found another group of friends. We did different things. And now I found this group of friends, which everybody else left besides Crazy Chris and Nick. And there's nobody else. So, yeah, but that's like what I was doing. I was always like, I don't know, doing new things. I didn't want to get stuck. Like, I didn't want to be that guy at the bar drinking every weekend. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I couldn't see myself doing that. I like to be active, playing sports, basketball, softball, gym.
Yeah.
I could never be that kind of person. No knock to the people that do. Like if that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do.
Yeah.
That was me.
If you had to describe like the groups of your friends, right? Like obviously, yeah, like if you had four groups of friends, like you just basically said, like these groups,
Yeah.
these groups, rank them on like describe them. Like just say like, oh, this group is this way. This like,
Okay.
you know,
All right. Think of like all right, one group. We'll just call the towny people, right? The towny bars. You
the
know what
Midland girls, you could call them in a way, right?
I mean? No, not really.
You
This
wouldn't
the
want to call them the Midland girls.
Midland bitches. No, there was like a group I hung out in high school. We did things, you know what I
Wait,
mean?
wait, wait. 1 second, 1 second. Before, as soon as I said, Marshmallow's all pissed right now. Like, oh,
Fuck.
Midland girls. All right, motherfucker. Wait till I see you next time. I'll fucking put your head between your legs and fucking watch you fucking put your head between your legs and whatever the fuck that is. Something. And
Rip
what do
you
frogs do? What do frogs do?
leap.
What's, I can't think of the goddamn fucking. All right, keep going. Anyway,
I'm gonna leap you.
yeah, feeling froggy.
No, the Midland girls. Those were the people like that I would consider like jail people. Like,
Mhm.
you hung out, like there's a possibility you could go to jail
Yeah,
hanging out with them. Some of them, not all of them, but most of them. And then there was another group like the towny bars, like the fucking Dobbs Ferry, Irvington type, people. They were cool, just like nice, proper. Let's go to Bronxville and hang out.
they
Type.
played they played lacrosse. You definitely probably don't want to get into a one-on-one fight with those guys because they could probably hit pretty hard,
No,
right?
no,
Those are
these,
you're super dweebs. You're talking about super dweebs then.
not dweebs, but they were just not fighters. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to go out and chill. You
Super
know,
dweebs.
so they were chill people. They were chill towny people. You know what I mean?
Super dweebs.
I mean,
Just
but
spit it out, Mike. Spit it out.
all right, like a little bit of dweebs. Like what am
They're not listening to this because those kids are fucking. They have really good jobs,
Right.
right? They're
Yeah,
not listening to this fucking podcast.
that's true. They're like,
They've moved on.
why do I want to listen to somebody that doesn't have the intellect like I do? Why would I want to listen to him and his boy talk for fucking 60 minutes?
Exactly.
So I get it. So those dweebs, so that was part of the crew. And then there was another crew. Like the latest was like the G when G introduced me to his other white friends.
Right.
And Nick was one of the other white friends that he had.
Wait, speaking of G, we got to shout him out. He had a second kid this week.
That's
Right?
crazy. Yeah, two boys.
Cameron.
Cameron.
Yep.
Yeah, two boys. That's crazy.
I'm that baby's godfather.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you are the Godfather. You need to anytime you see that kid now, you have to talk with a deep voice like that and let that joke keep going. Keep going and fucking going.
I want him to address me as Goddaddy. Goddaddy Nikki.
Oh God dad. Yo, look at this God dad over here.
Oh shit. But yeah, go on with G's white friends.
Yeah, so like we always heard like me, Heike Larzik, we always heard about G's other white friends. It's like, oh, when are we ever gonna meet these other white friends? We didn't believe he had them.
Right.
And like, me and Balash used to make fun of you guys before we even knew you. Like, oh, who you hanging out with? Like guys named Dale and Brad, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like we would like make fun of you guys. But then I don't know, G was on my softball team. That's how I met you guys. We needed extra players. And then I was like, all right, let me I was stressing out over some chick. Went down to the city the very first night, and I was with these guys at a bar called Public House. And this guy I do the podcast with, his sister was there. And then I guess some dude was trying to talk to his sister. They didn't like it. I guess the guy was an asshole. So he's like, we're going to fight. We're going to fight everybody here. So I was like, well, I don't know these guys, so I better fight with them. So they don't think like I'm gonna, if I'm gonna go down, I gotta go down with these new guys.
Right.
I just hope I don't hit one of them by accident.
Right.
If I'm in the middle, because I didn't recognize like all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was that was the first day with that, but nothing ever happened. Thank God.
Yeah.
But the other group that were gonna fight were a bunch of dweebs, and they didn't want none of it. So
Right.
and then, so it's all these different wacky, fucking crazy groups of people, man. I'm sure. Have you ever had the same thing? You just had one group just pretty much throughout like your history.
I think I've only had so before the group of friends that are I feel like my core friends, right? Which I feel like you know who they are, the Rubos, like fucking Rob, Kupo, all those guys, you know what I mean? And now you're part now you've somehow fucking finagled your way in, which I'm still trying to fucking figure a way to get you out. But like you're in now too.
I'm stuck in there.
You're like you know how like circles are together and like there's like an overlap of things.
Yeah,
if you put two circles, like you're like on that little overlap thing. Like
so my big head's like sickening. You know what it is? You just needed like a more intellectual person. That's what you guys were missing. So like, this guy he's all right. He can fit in.
So before these guys, well, I mean, I was always friends with Kupo and Rob and like Saratelli from high school and shit like that. But before I was friends with like the Rubos and like Tony and shit, I was hanging out with Farley and all of his friends. And they were a year younger than me. Okay. So like from St. Anne's, and we hung out, and they were definitely a lot more loose cannon-y. They were still like the friends that we hang out with, like the kids that they're like the best kids on the fucking face of the earth, right? They're fucking like honorable human beings, right? They're very fucking good. Like say Jeff, for instance, he's like the epitome of like the most honorable person on the fucking planet, right?
I feel like all of them should wear medals.
Right. Like Jeff is up here, and then everybody, slowly trickles down, but nobody goes too far down the fucking trail of like shit people.
Yeah, they're
all very good fucking people.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that the crew that Farley and I used to hang out with are bad people. They're fucking great people too. They were just a little bit more apt to fight people. Not that they got into a lot of fights, but they were like a little bit crazier, right? So I think I was crazier than them, but I still never got into fights or anything like that. But like, so I think I was on this at one point. I was on the spectrum between those two, like you are with the crazies and like us.
Right,
I
right.
was a little bit on the spectrum there, but they were, and then I crossed over into like the Rubo gang, the Rubo
Okay.
clan, and they're just the most level-headed clan of all time, man. Like I used to go out all the time and like almost get into fights with people, and everybody used to just calm me the fuck down and say like, "Hey, psychopath, stop!" Especially Marco Ceratelli.
Seen it.
That motherfucker stopped me from. I never really wanted to fight people, but if you did something to piss me off or like were staring at one of my friends or like shoulder checked him, I'm gonna jump down your fucking throat and want to kill you. But they would always just stop me. If there was one person that just did something, like if I had a hike Halarzik in my crew, I'd be in big
Yeah.
trouble. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be here right now because I was stupid. I was acting out like I was like very rageful when I was younger, and I just needed somebody. I used to want to rob stores. Like there was a liquor store on Millen Avenue that was out of business. I wanted to throw a brick through the window and steal all the liquor. I was like, who wants to do it with me? And nobody wanted to do it. If somebody wanted to do it, I would have did it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
You're trying to drag somebody into your own fucking mess.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Right. Exactly.
But at least you
But
had people that just like did that, calm you down. Like a guy like Hike Kolarsik, he never had that. I
right.
know that group of people. They pretty much egged him on to do stuff.
Right.
Like, hey, you drive drunk through the fucking building. You know, fucking knock over Jules's Christmas tree in that apartment. It's fine. You know, you do that. And then he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, all
Yeah.
right. And then he gets hyped up.
Yeah.
And then he does dumb shit. So,
Yeah.
so listen, some people have that group of friends, some people don't fairly.
Right.
Now, like some groups of my friends, like I don't even see, like, or haven't even heard from.
Because they're in jail.
You know? I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're right. A lot of them did end up going to jail. It's crazy, man. Wow. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so, yeah, hey, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yo, Maria, see ya.
Would have see you.
Shit. I don't even think. Do we have any topics to talk about this week? Oh, we're gonna have to talk about football. This fucking Super Bowl.
Gotta talk about the Super Bowl for sure.
I didn't watch one fucking lick of the Super Bowl, by the way, Mike. Not one
Why?
fucking second. I just didn't fucking feel like it this year. I didn't give a fuck. I gotta be honest with you.
Watch one.
Probably. Listen, me and Rob used to throw the big fucking slamming fucking Super Bowl parties.
You did.
And I just don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't. You know what I mean? I lost the fucking desire for it. I really don't care. I don't watch fucking football anymore. And I just don't fucking care. You know? I think that's the main fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cared. Of course I watched the game. I had my numbers. I
Yeah.
had my boxes, so I'm into it. I bet San Fran. It looked like they had them the whole game, but then the Taylor Swift conspiracy fucking theory happened where the city have to win, and all of a sudden Kelsey goes crazy.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, it was just like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to think the NFL was scripted in that regard. But at the end of the game, they went into overtime. They had a field goal. If Mahomes would have thrown a touchdown pass right there and ended the game, I could have hit for 25K.
Yeah.
And a guy was like wide open where he just fucking missed him.
Yeah.
The guy never misses them. And I was like, come on, man. So, and then you see like the whole Taylor Swift and Kelsey, kissing each other after the game. Like, listen, I know people are divided over this. Some people hate to see Taylor Swift turn the game, and some people don't mind. And then you got people online like women saying going after men that don't want to see Taylor Swift at the game. They're giving them shit. And, it's back and forth bullshit over fucking Taylor Swift and going to a game. For me personally, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But the thing is, I get where people are coming from because when the TV keeps showing you her, it's like, why do you want me to care about this? I don't want to care about this.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of keep pushing you and pushing it down your throat where you're just like, you're tired of it. I don't care that much. Let them be. If they love each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them be. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's football. I want to watch football. I don't want to see, TMZ shit, whatever. So it's just like I guess I could see people's point where it could be like annoying like that. I just say like do your job and just leave them alone.
Yeah. Yeah, leave them alone. But you know what though? It's that goes to show you how fucking stupid people are and how easily divided people are over Taylor fucking Swift. That there's gonna be a fucking argument over it. That's how fucking stupid everybody is.
It
Who
is.
gives
You
a
see
fuck?
it.
You could show Taylor Swift. There's times when they're showing fucking this guy or this guy. Who gives a fuck, man? Like so stupid. And then listen, there's a guy on Facebook that I know that just he's always looking for controversy and shit like that, right? So this other guy put some shit up like, oh, it was the worst fucking these commercials, this, that, and the other thing. And this guy ripped him a new asshole. The guy that's always looking for controversy.
Right.
And I'm like, number one, everybody, you're always waiting for the fucking the commercials sucked this year. Oh, the game sucked and the commercials were great. Like this, that, and the other thing. Everybody loves to throw their 2 cents in that everybody else is gonna fucking say. It's not gonna be an original fucking anything. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's so funny how social media is the platform. Well, it's a fucking platform, obviously.
Yeah.
But to just let out
Bitch and bed.
unoriginal bitching,
Yeah. It's a
right?
yeah, it's a place for somebody to feel like heard. That's what
Yeah.
it is. So the more likes and the more retweets you get, the more like I don't know, I guess fucking like big head you get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking very strange, man. The whole social media type shit. I think it's making more people fucking nuts. But yeah, it's just you're right. It's just a place to just go there and just be a complete piece of shit that you would not be in public. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You wouldn't be and act like that in public,
Yeah.
but behind the keyboard, it doesn't matter what the fuck you type. You could be an insane person. You could let out your crazy. And I
Right.
think a lot of people just let out their crazy. And some of it's like very dark. There's a lot of dark and disturbing fucking people that are
Yeah.
out there. Trust me, man. I've read some dark shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like reading comments sometimes. Like when they, like I said, I always watch the Jerry News is the only reason I get any sort of news on Instagram. And I just go right to the comments to see what everybody's fucking writing. This shit fucking cracks me up, man. It's just fucking, you can't say a goddamn thing
No, you can't.
without somebody coming at you sideways from an
Oh
angle that
yeah.
didn't even make fucking sense. And then legitimately 14 comments down, Donald Trump will be mentioned. And then fucking 16 down, Biden will be fucking mentioned. And
Oh
it's like
yeah.
we were talking about diaper rash.
Right. There's no
You
doubt
know?
about it. Talk about something stupid and it goes
Yeah.
right to them.
Well, when Trump was around, diaper rash was at an all-time low.
Nobody had diaper rash. Everybody's ass was fucking perfect.
So dumb. And you know what the best part is, man? It's legitimately 0.0001% of the population that fucking even comments on this shit. Like, think about it. Jerry News, it's followed by a lot of people, but
Right.
there'll be like 1,500 comments or whatever, right? On like every post. 1,500 people out of 7.8 billion people is nothing.
Right. It's like a fucking drop in a bowl.
You know what I mean? Like most people really don't give a fuck. I would say 99% of the people go with the fucking flow of everything. And,
Yeah.
that's really how the government wants you to be anyway.
Yeah, they want you to be mind fucking numb.
Yeah,
Mouth breathers, you know?
mouth breathers.
Walk around with a dumb look on your face. Of course that's what they want.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Mike? I'm glad that we think differently because I think I saw a post. I don't know if we talked about it last week, but there was a post about one of the presidents or something said, like, built like the education system up or something like that. And they were like, I don't want rich people. I want workers. And that's what the point, that's the whole fucking point of education is to make you fucking docile and fucking dumb you down and make you just smart enough so that you could be their fucking worker, but not really teach you how to be super intellectual and to think outside the fucking box and to be your own fucking person. It doesn't teach you, school doesn't teach you how to be your own fucking man or woman at all. It's regimented. You learn the same thing as everybody else. You never go
Yeah.
home unless you're in like a creative writing class or something like that, or like art, which,
Mhm.
what is that? Fucking 4% of your fucking education ever? Do they
Stuff.
ever say, all right, make something here? Otherwise, it's just learning whatever the fuck they tell you, regurgitating it back, and seeing how good of a fucking test taker you are. That's it. You never have to
Yeah.
think on your own ever, ever.
Dude, I never thought. I just memorized shit.
No, that's the word. The right word was mesmerized, Mike. You
I
mesmerized
see. I
everything.
caught myself.
Yeah.
I knew I said the wrong thing this time, but I was like, you know what? Memorized, and I memorized a lot of like for tests. I
Yeah.
just memorized the shit. I
Yeah.
didn't actually take it in and
Right.
absorb it and learn something. I was just ready. I was a great like test taker
Yeah.
because I could like I have that brain where I just see it and I just
Yeah.
fuck boom.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
Like the three uh the
Amigos.
three branches of government,
Yeah.
like like executive, judicial, and
Legislative.
legislative. Damn, I was gonna get there, but yeah, I remember like I had to memorize that.
Yeah.
I always had an issue like with one of them. And I think legislation was the one. So yeah,
Yo,
motherfuckers.
I'm not even shitting you, Mike. I used to be able to remember word for word 22 pages. That was the most I ever did. 22 pages of notes in social studies that I could fucking write word for fucking word. I had some sort of fucking I didn't have like a photographic memory, but I had a system of being able to memorize things like impeccably, which was insane. So to
How?
the point, I don't know, like I don't know, but like this is going to be an odd fact,
What
but
was your system? Like
I don't know. I used to read it and then go back and just recite it in my brain, go back again, read it and fucking dude, I used to, all right, this is going to sound nuts, but
you like
when I
short
was
circuit, you
younger,
like input.
input, yeah, and I used to just stay there.
It's
Dude,
crazy.
when I was younger, I used to take fucking when I was taking a shit, I would grab the like the spray can, like all the chemicals in there, okay? I could memorize. There was like fucking 30 insane chemicals like dihydromethylexol, like 13. And I could memorize every fucking thing on the back of that can. Like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me back then. I don't know.
Crazy. Had a lot of time in your hands in the bathroom, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking memorizing that shit.
And then I just, I'm telling you, then I think I know I talked about this before, but something just snapped in me one time in my mind. And I was like, I'm not memorizing the back of the shit can anymore.
Had enough and fucking understand all the shit.
That was probably when like,
Can't
um,
take it.
that was probably when the internet came out and I was introduced to porn.
Oh, that'll screw up everybody's fucking memory and shit.
Yeah.
Then you're just looking at fucking videos of Taylor Rain choked out.
The funny thing is I'm dumber in some regards. I don't have the memory that I like I can't fucking memorize shit like that anymore, but I feel like I'm more intellectual to certain degrees. Like, we think outside the box now, you know what I mean? But like it's funny today I put somebody in there. I had to use my brain for the first time probably ever at my my new job.
Oh yeah.
Like so we're buying stuff from Canada, speakers from Canada, and with Canadian dollars is a fucking exchange rate, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, this doesn't make sense. They charge us like a lot of money, and I like took the exchange rate from fucking Google, fucking based on Bloomberg, and I saw that it was 1.36, right? So you take your dollar and you multiply it by a dollar, 1.36, and it's a dollar 36. They were basically taking a 1.68 fucking rate. So they were inflating shit. So I
Wow.
went back to him. I was like, guys, based upon Bloomberg's exchange rate, you're fucking banging us in the ass. And they were probably like, damn, we weren't expecting this kid to come out like this.
Yeah.
He's just a shipping bitch, right? And I was like, and then they came out with some bullshit fucking excuse, and so I got to hit them up tomorrow. But like, no, that's bullshit. But yeah, sometimes it's fun to be able to do stuff like that because I used to do it all the fucking time. I used to be smart all
Yeah.
the time. I had to, otherwise I would have got fired. But now I don't have to be smart at all.
Were you like that?
I just have to lift stuff.
You know, you can be a dumb fuck. Did you have to like were you like a nerd in school where you like knew you had to know all the answers and shit and you raised your hand?
I was the valedictorian in grammar school. I was a genius.
Were you?
Yeah.
You were a valedictorian.
I was a valedictorian in grammar school, and then I
Yes,
was a
yes.
fucking wizard in high school too. I was in second place. I was the second smartest kid at one point in my high school.
You tell me the same guy I talked to for the past 2 years on this podcast was a valedictorian and almost a genius? Get the fuck out of here.
It's like in
No
Forrest
fucking
Gump.
way.
Do
There's
you
no
hear
way.
that? We've been sitting next to a millionaire.
Look at this fucking guy. I don't even know who I'm talking to over here.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Doogie House and shit. You know what? I think we need to take like an IQ test. The
Yo,
same online IQ test and see who's fucking smarter because I don't fucking believe this
I
shit.
will blow you out of the fucking water with an IQ test, Mike. Blow
You
you out of the
sure?
water. That's a fucking goddamn. That's a challenge, motherfucker.
Ooh, that is a fucking challenge. All
Yo,
right.
when me and Rob were in grammar school, right? Every test, he would try to beat me, and he was like, because you used to get extra credit and shit, right? He'd be like, I got 106. What'd you get? I'm like 107, bitch. He used to
Wow.
get pissed, yeah.
Fucking nerds, man.
Oh yeah, super
Fuck,
nerds.
who would have known? Who would have known?
Yeah. I think
I,
the highest grade I ever got was 112 or something stupid like that. It's like, where's the 12 extra points coming from?
I was kind of like, I was the closet nerd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would get good grades all the fucking time. I would pass everything, flying colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't the nerd be like, I know the answer. I know. You
Yeah.
know, it's fucking D.
Right.
You know, I wasn't that kind of guy.
You used to go up to in the spelling bee, you would try to get out quick. So you'd be like, cat, K-A-T, cat. And then you'd walk by the other kid and you'd be like, huh, I knew it had two T's.
And it's
That's a Brian Regan joke. That's
oh,
not
is
funny,
it? I would never do that. I would never dumb myself down to like because
yeah.
there was some dumb people in grade
Yeah.
school, bro. Like I could name them right now, but I don't want to. God knows. But I mean, in high school too, to be honest with you, there was some really dumb kids, and you
Yeah.
just like you look at them like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Why are you so fucking stupid? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, did your parents like were cousins or some shit? Like it was crazy, crazy. Some of them was just like you have to know this.
Right.
But hey, listen, they didn't. And you know, that's why we have like this whole fucking population of mouth breathers just walking around.
The best fucking question that I've ever remember like on YouTube there would be people that would be like, "Hey man, listen, if there was a train driving at 80 miles per hour, how many miles would it travel in an hour?"
Right.
And they're like, 15?
Right.
And they're like, "No, you're not listening to me. The train is traveling 80 miles per hour. How many miles is it traveling in an hour? 47?"
Right. 45.2. They're like, what? Dude, I've seen these are videos that are online surfacing today.
Yeah.
These people are just like, yeah, these people are fucking retarded.
Oh God.
It is crazy. And they
Yeah.
just, yeah, it's all that. You get a lot of dumb, there's dumb dumbs. They're all over the place.
There are dummies out there
There's,
for
there's
sure.
dumb dumbs, they're crazies, they're everybody. But listen, we gotta take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. We'll get into some topics and we'll look for some IQ tests so I can prove that I'm the more intellectual person on this podcast. We'll be right back.
Do it when it crush it.
All right, we are back on the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. Nick, it snowed today. I'm fucking sore.
Yeah.
I was shoveling a lot of fucking snow. It's our first big one so far
Yeah.
here in New York.
Yeah.
Got about 7 inches. That's confirmed. I measured it myself.
Oh, your dick.
Yeah, I just went outside naked and I just dove. Then it hit the ground and it hurt my pee-pee.
Right.
So yeah, we had like 7 to 10 inches like up this route.
Yeah.
five down where the little guys live. So yeah, it was definitely it was a heavy snow. So my
Yeah.
whole body's just like aching, man.
Gotcha. But Kevin Aiken.
Kevin Bacon, Aiken,
Yeah.
Nader.
The Baconator. Yeah, snow's crazy. We thought like the gerbil saw his fucking shadow and we were like, winter's over,
Nobody believes that motherfucker.
you know?
Fucking rat comes out of a hole. There's a town in Pennsylvania that has this big thing, Pluxatony. I think Pluxatony Phil was the name of the beaver.
Okay. I
The
don't think it is
gopher,
an L. I don't think there's an L. I don't think it's Pluxatony, but that's all right.
whatever. It's you know what I'm talking about. It's a fucking stupid place where they celebrate fucking a rat coming out of a hole. And
Yeah.
if the rat runs back in the hole, it's like, oh fuck, it's more winter. Or if the rat just stays out, that means it's spring. I just never got that logic. I think they just sometimes throw a firework down there to get the fucking thing out. And then you know what I mean? It's like it's so weird.
Do you think he just listens to Down in a Hole all year long?
Down in the hole.
Down in a hole.
Down in a hole. Yeah, it is a fucking gopher, right? A groundhog. It's a groundhog, like a
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog type fucking thing.
It's a beaver.
It's a fucking rat. The fuck?
What's the difference between a beaver, a groundhog, and a fucking gremlin? I don't know. A little bit of water? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I was
A
waiting.
beaver.
Nice beaver.
A beaver has, when I was younger, I would go out like on a Friday night, and my grandfather was like sitting on the porch. He'd be like, "Watch out for the beavers." I'm like, "All right, what do you mean?" Like I didn't get it at first. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh."
But now,
Watch out for beavers.
now you get it. I think I got that joke. Probably you see the Naked Gun movies?
Yeah, I never really actually fucking fully saw them.
Well, you gotta watch all three of them because they were fucking hilarious. And so Frank Drebin, the cop, whatever, he went to go see Priscilla Presley, Jane, and she was climbing up a ladder and she was going through like the attic to grab like toys or like documents that the police needed because Frank Drebin was a cop.
Okay.
And she was wearing like a dress, and then Frank Drebin is looking up her dress and he's like, "Nice beaver." And she like pulls down a actual beaver. She's like, "Thanks, I just had it stuffed," and hands it. It was just like that kind of like stupid comedy,
Stupid, yeah.
but it was just yeah, it was great. It's right on the money. All three of them were great, but yeah, you need to watch one Naked Gun, the first one, and
Yeah.
like full because it was fantastic.
I got this guitar in my hand just because Faustina was trying to fucking scratch at it just now, but
I thought you were gonna start playing. We're actually gonna play one of your new songs. I seen the link come. You got a new song that you guys produced, and it's coming out, and we're gonna play it at the end of the podcast. Is that right?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not a new song. It's an
Well,
old song.
it's an old song, but you had it remastered. Is that what it is? Is that the word?
We recorded it in a studio with a really good engineer and came out fucking awesome, man. Every single time, like when I listen to it, like when this guy gave it back to me, like I get emotional from it, honestly. It's an emotional song. It's pretty deep fucking song, you know. It's about the coronavirus and like how it's just affected like I probably talked about it before, but like I didn't realize that it was affecting me that much. But we're all inside, we're all indoors. We
Mhm.
don't know what the fuck is going on. You're split apart from your family sometimes. You don't know what's happening. And I picked the guitar up and this song came out of me. So like it's emotional, touch it's a touching song in a way. And it's honestly it's my favorite fucking song. The two of my favorite songs to perform live is that song because I fucking really put everything I have into it. And we do this awesome fucking cover of Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash, man. And we did them back to back at this last show.
Oh,
And
nice.
they were fucking just sick, man. It was fucking awesome. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it. So we'll play that at the end of this podcast. So
Thanks.
enjoy that song. Yeah, COVID definitely fucked a lot of people up, man. Mentally. I remember when it first started at the time, nobody really knew what the fuck was happening. It was scary. It was
Yeah.
like, are we gonna be able to leave my house? Like, this ain't only 2 weeks, and it turned
Yeah.
into like months.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like they really wanted us out. Then
Right.
now people are coming down with quote unquote long COVID, where people are just like sick all the time, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's really like something definitely went down with the whole COVID thing, and I think people are still feeling the effects.
Yeah.
You know, people
What
are
if
sick, they're dying. It's crazy.
what if the government knew something crazy? Like, you ever see the movie where um Josh Hartnett's in Alaska and there's like vampires that come out and like eat people for like one night? You ever see that movie? It's like
No,
40
but it
nights or
sounds
something.
awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome fucking movie.
Spoiler alert: if you wanted to see it, you know what happens.
No, you don't know what happens.
Oh,
That's the premises of the fucking movie. If you
that's the
see the
premise.
trailer, you will know that. But
Okay.
what if the government was like, "Oh my God, we need to save everybody because every 1,000 years, invisible demons come out, and if you're outside, you're gonna get killed by them." And they're like, "We gotta formulate some reason to keep these stupid fucks indoors."
You think? I mean,
That's the
if that's,
dumbest thing I ever came up with.
I mean, that sounds like some kind of like horror movie that
Yeah,
you
it's like a
that
sci-fi fucking movie. Yeah,
definitely a sci-fi. I mean, if
yeah,
that's the case, I would think like, hey, I just tell me the truth. Tell
right,
me. If the government told me like, hey, listen, there's demons, they're gonna be out and they're gonna get you, so just stay indoors
right,
and you'll be fine. And
right.
everybody would be like, you know what, all right, like I don't want to fuck around with them.
Yeah,
But I think I don't know. But we have a lot of dumb motherfuckers. If you told like the general population about that kind of shit or aliens exist,
yeah,
they'll fucking go nuts. They'll just fucking
right.
go nuts.
Yeah,
They'll buy all the toilet paper. Nobody will ever have toilet paper again because
yeah.
I think the aliens are coming down and apparently the aliens are gonna need TP too, and they're gonna have to use all of it. So who the hell knows, man? It's fucking a lot of craziness.
Yo, what was better though than finding the store that had like the diamond in the rough that had the toilet paper?
Yeah. Had
What,
yeah.
what was yours? What was your store?
My store was there was like I don't know what it was called. It was like a little place in Peekskill. It was like I guess you call like a stationery store,
Okay.
but it had like a lot of like, basic goods that you need. Almost like kind of like a bodega in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
There was no food or nothing there. And they had like what I would quote the mother load. They had like fucking six of them. But I was
Yeah.
like, yo, give me fucking three, at least.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to feel like I would have took all six, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to be that guy where like just like, all right, I gotta take a
Yeah.
shit. Like
Right.
I'm gonna be shitting for fucking months in this house. I'd rather fucking hose my ass down in the backyard than have to hoard toilet paper like a man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just give me a bucket outside of water. I'll just dip my ass in. It's crazy. Fucking
Morley's on Yonkers Avenue.
oh, Morley's.
I had a surplus of fucking toilet paper, man.
Nice. They probably had it like in the back, yeah.
Because nobody goes into that place because it's a shithole.
I
Dude,
mean,
I got a sandwich from Morley's back in the day. I like a
ugh.
cold cut sandwich, and the turkey was each slice was about a fucking half an inch thick. It was the most disgusting thing. The guy like was cutting it with a knife instead of a cold cut cutter. He was like, "Hey,
Really?
this guy right now." I'm like, "Oh my god, it was disgusting."
It's like brick turkeys.
Dude, it was gross. But I don't remember who was like. I don't know if somebody was like, "Yeah, you should go to Morley's or like try the small stores."
Yeah, the small stores. That's what it
Because
is.
you don't even think, you forget they even exist. You're like, oh, Stop and Shop doesn't have it. Fuck.
Yeah, like
Well,
IGA.
had everything. IGA, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
the small dumps like that. Like you probably find some fucking gems in there.
IGA can suck my left nut though, because that place, dude, I think I told you the story. I
You
went
did.
in there on like Christmas fucking Eve one day, or Christmas or something stupid. And I was like, okay, they're open. That's just terrible. That's just terrible that they're open in general. I had to go there to get like something stupid. And I was like, I left. I didn't even buy it. I was like, number one, it was overpriced because that place is a fucking ripoff. I put it back on the shelf and I was like, I'm not buying anything from here because of the fact that they're open right now on this fucking holiday when these poor fucks should be home with their families. That guy runs that place on Lockwood like a fucking slave driver, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I was like, fuck that.
You're right. Those people should not be working on times like that. But yeah,
Like, just
give
like
them a day and pay them.
give the fucking day off, you cheap fuck. Like Come
Yeah.
on, man. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ.
Don't start me with the corporations, man. I go down that hole with that shit. But we do got to talk about some topics going on. Nick, I don't know if you've seen this in the news.
Probably not.
This woman was arrested for sending a man 159,000 texts after their first date. I mean, and they have a picture of her online. She has the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could always tell with the crazy eyes. You know what I mean? You could always tell a cuckoo bird just by looking at their fucking eyes, man.
Of course.
And the beak.
Right.
But yeah, like
Cuckoo
I
bird.
mean, but then I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I think that's the love. Like, I think that's just love right there. Like, you know how they say like you had me at hello, like in
Yeah.
like movies and shit. You know,
Yeah.
oh, you had me at hello. I'm like, bitch, you had me at 159,000 texts. Like that's love and dedication right there.
That is.
You know what I mean? That's like, damn, that's passion. That's fucking passion. I wouldn't have had her rest. I'm like, yo, I love you too, girl.
How the fuck can you send that many text messages? I've never even sent that many in my whole course of my life.
I don't think I've said. I mean, no, you never know. How much text do you think you send, like on an average, like year? Is there a way to figure that out?
I mean, I
sure
haven't
you
deleted.
can look
I
up.
don't delete text messages. I haven't deleted text messages in years.
In years. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. I can't. I have to delete all my text messages, otherwise I'll be scrolling down looking for them. But yeah, like I don't know how many I would do. How much you think on the average? It got to be like Google that for a sec.
I mean, listen, I probably do. I probably text. I'm gonna go a little high right here, but like say 40 times a day. I'm just gonna say. So 40 times 365 is fucking about like 14,000 text messages a year.
Think so. What do you think's the average?
Let me see.
Average text message of a year.
Let's see. Average amount of text messages. People send per year. Number of how many times are sent a day? How many times on average? How many messages do people send on average? 72 messages per day.
72. Wow. So that's almost double like what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's like 25,000 text messages, right?
Something like that.
Wow. That's a lot, man.
I text message a lot during the day, but
I text message more than actually call and talk to somebody.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
If you see my in and out, like phone calls, that's definitely like way less than text message. Text message, like when I first learned how to text message on the old phones, I was like, this is the best. I'm like, I don't have to talk to anybody anymore. I'm like, this is fantastic. I used to hate calling people.
Dude, these kids nowadays, like they have no fucking idea. Like, remember before even cell phones existed, you'd have to call on the fucking your home phone, right?
Home phone.
You'd have to say, "Hi,
This is
Michael, is Michael there?" And then he'd pick up like, "Oh, Mike, we're gonna meet at the Cross County Mall, 12 o'clock." And then you'd have to fucking ride your bike there and just hope your stupid friends showed up. And they did. They would show
right.
up.
They show up. Yeah, they definitely show up. You had to back then because if one of you just flaked and didn't show up, the cops would be called. They'd be like,
Right.
"Where is this motherfucker? He said he was coming."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you had to go. And you walked places, you walked different places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And then anytime you had to call somebody's house, it's always like, am I gonna get stuck like talking to this parent or
Right.
that parent?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
What are you up to today, Michael?
Right.
I don't know. Nothing. Probably just drink 40s.
Yeah.
Smoke blunts. Yeah, I don't know. Like it was definitely different back then.
Why is the school in my neighborhood better than your neighborhood? right?
Mhm.
Just make that school better so I can go to the fucking public school here. And, my family doesn't have to spend fucking $9,000 on fucking Catholic school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Just make the public schools better for everybody in general. Like, come on, man.
They have the power to do it.
Of course, dude. They're sending so much money. I fucking they send billions of dollars in fucking aid right now, like to Ukraine and Israel and shit. Billions and billions of
Another
dollars.
95 million, another
Yeah,
5 billion.
yeah,
95 billion just went through.
dude.
Yesterday.
What can you do with $1 million to a public school?
Right. Just give every public school $1 million.
$1 million.
That's it. That's all you need to do. You know how many fucking upgrades and shit they could fucking do? Better pay for the teachers, get better teachers to come fucking go in there.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Better fucking security because you need security nowadays. But yeah,
Yeah.
all that money. That's why, dude, I have arguments with people like on social media, on Twitter. Like, I'm like, fuck, another 95 billion to Ukraine. What the fuck? You know, we need help in this country.
Right.
And then I had people coming at me. This one guy's like, proud, I'm applauding. I'm like, so you don't, and then one of the other guys like, stop with your political MAGA ways. I'm like, this has nothing to do with MAGA. This has everything to do with just the country I live in, that I grew up, that I love. I want them to get the money first before we send money anywhere fucking else. I'm sorry Ukraine got invaded by the Russians, all right? But that's their fucking problem in a way. I understand we're part of the pact. We have to send some aid their way. That's fine. But you're talking about now it's over $150 billion we sent to them in AIDS. I'm like, and some of the money they're not even accounting for. They can't even account for it. It's a big joke. You're absolutely 100% right. I want the money kept in America. Does that make me MAGA? Because I want this country to fucking be number one again and not Russia, China. And that's you're calling me MAGA. I'm like, you piece of shit. I went after him. I was like, you're a piece of shit. That has nothing to do with MAGA. It's just common sense. I want this fucking my country to be fucking taken care of first.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the whole issue. Nothing MAGA about that.
They don't understand that all that money is going to the Ukraine to then come back to us to buy military fucking weapons and then send to them. That's that's what happens with that money. Wartime turns billionaires into fucking trillionaires. It's just fucking disgusting, man. Like,
it really is.
We don't give money to people for the fuck of it, man. We're making out on the fucking deal. The billionaires are fucking making out on the deal, man. Like, what are they doing with $95 billion? Billion. Who's making those weapons? We are. We're getting fucking paid from that. Not us, but like you've seen War Dogs. You've seen the movie War Dogs, right?
It's a money laundering scheme.
War Dogs. You put up a fucking post, somebody buys your fucking thing, you fucking third party it, and then and somebody gets fucking rich off that shit. That's what fucking happens with that fucking money.
That's all it is. It's
$95 billion. I don't think anybody understands how much $1 billion is.
I don't think they just look at it like, oh, we have it. We're America.
Right.
Like, what?
And you know what? You know what started the ability for us to just piss billions of dollars of people? The fucking bailout. What was it? $8 billion only that we had to bail our own bank. It was like $8 billion, right?
Something like that.
Not even that much in quotations compared to what we shell
do.
out. And we weren't even going to do that to our own banks at one point. We're like, oh, we shouldn't save them. $8 billion. Oh my God, that'll put us into fucking debt up to our knuckles.
Yeah.
Here's 95 billion. Here's fucking 45 billion. Here's 33 billion. Where's this money coming from?
They just, where's the money coming from is right. We're in debt like up to our assholes already. It doesn't even matter. Something's going to burst. It's got to burst.
And then you go out and it's fucking $34.95 for a fucking chicken parmesan meal.
Yeah.
And fucking, you know what I mean? When it should be fucking, it used to be $12.95 for a fucking chicken parmesan meal. Now it's fucking triple the fucking price. And you're like, why? Why is it $4.75 for a fucking regular slice of pizza? Some fucking places, you know what I mean? Like,
right?
Why is it fucking? I don't know. $9, $10 for a fucking pound of bacon.
It's absurd.
Because we just gave $95 billion to Ukraine just to give it back to fucking billionaires over here. That's
Right.
why you're fucking. That's why you're fucking. Your pound of bacon's fucking $10 now. But that's okay because gas prices are fucking low again, right? So nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. So don't
People
give
care about gas prices. That's it, man. Gas prices, fucking abortion, and fucking who the fuck else knows?
nonsense.
And fucking whatever else the fucking media tells you. That you're supposed to fucking worry about. You don't give a fuck about anything else. It's fucking blind motherfuckers, man.
Blind support. They just people just supporting Ukraine. We have to support Ukraine. We have to. Hey, listen, we want to support them, obviously, but we just don't want to go fucking bankrupt and give them all this fucking money. It's fucking. It's been 2 years. Like, what the fuck? Why is it? Why is this war, this invasion taking so long? Why is it 2 fucking years? And why do we keep sending money over there? It's fucking. It's fuck. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit because number one, Russia can't just fucking blow them up if they wanted to.
You would think.
And that's not saying that I want that to happen, right? But if this war is happening, what would and we're not fucking counteracting, right? We're Ukraine's friends, and we're not fighting back. What would cause us to fight back? Or is Russia just pushing a little bit? Like, oh, they won't do this. We'll slowly keep pushing and pushing. What is this? Just a fucking stalemate at the fucking line?
I don't know.
Is that what's happening? They're just, oh, put more people. You put 100 people up, they kill each other. Put another 100 people. Is that what's happening? Like, you know what I mean? Or is anything happening?
I don't know if anything's happened or if they're trying to shrink the population. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to launder more money. I mean, they got that war they're fucking contributed to. They got the war and they're giving Israel money. Meanwhile, Israel just kills women and children. It's fucking crazy. The time that we're living in right now is it's really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking bad shit going on. And we're right at the center of it. We're not the innocent country that, we grew up thinking it was. The older I get, the more fucking sinister shit I hear about this country and, people's love of presidents before Clinton, Obama. They dropped a lot of bombs in the Middle East on women and children too. A lot of drones. But, you never hear about that. You know how many fucking people Obama kicked out of the country, deported? It was a lot.
Yeah.
He was a leader. But, we don't want to hear that now.
Yeah.
A lot of people just, man, they're so fucking clueless. They really
You
are.
forget. Nobody likes any fucking president, man. Nobody likes any president nowadays. You know what I mean? You're gonna bitch at fucking George Bush, you're gonna bitch at Clinton, you're gonna bitch at fucking Obama. But then when Trump comes into the office, things were so much better when GW fucking Jr. was in the office and Clinton and Obama. Like, you just always say things were better when somebody else was fucking there. You know what I mean? It's just how the fucking human brain works, man. You're always gonna bitch, always, and you're always gonna think that things were better back in the day. But I'll tell you what. Like you were saying before, like, okay, yeah, things are crazy right now. There was times that were way worse on this fucking planet. And like, yeah. It just seems like, is there ever a time like we don't even know what's going on, Mike? Like, all right, the war in Ukraine and Russia is going on. There could be a war somewhere else that we have no fucking idea about. There could be a little tribe or a little fucking town or a little country getting fucking annihilated somewhere in like Africa or something like that, right? Like, that shit happens still. Like, I mean, you've seen Blood Diamond where these dudes go around, they steal little kids, they turn them into fucking cold-blooded killers, and they just wipe out fucking communities and shit like that and take the other kids and then fucking keep doing it. That shit happens in these fucking places, right?
Mexico cartels.
Right. And we're worried about fucking Kelsey and fucking Taylor Swift, man. That's what everybody's worried about.
It is crazy. It really is crazy, man. Taylor Swift. Why is everybody up in arms about Taylor Swift?
I don't know. It all comes full circle, though.
I think that's the problem with people's false idols.
Yeah.
Looking at celebrities and shit.
Well, I think on that note, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap, man.
Yep.
Stop supporting celebrities. Stop putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
They have no no right or no view of your life. We have a view of their life. They don't understand our struggles. They don't live down here. They live in a completely different world where they get TP delivered every day. They don't have to go out and search for TP. Their TP is fucking loaded already in their house. All right.
Right.
These motherfuckers are building underground bunkers.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
think
it's
about
our
that.
time. It's our time down here.
So we need to wake up as a group of fucking normies.
Yep.
And we need to be like, we need to get all the mouth breathers. We need to educate them. Maybe they'll eventually get to my intellectual level and they could be smart and spread the fucking word that, hey, these fucking politicians, they're bought and paid for by the politicians. I mean, that by the corporations. So just think about that. Anytime they open their fucking mouths, it's the biggest bullshit. They're just feeding you.
Yeah.
All. That is it. That's all. That's my TED talk right there.
Yep. You could either choose to eat it up, like, or spit it the fuck out.
I don't want to do it. It's gross. But yeah, spit that fucking garbage out.
Yep.
It's pissing me off. But in the meantime, go read the lyrical at Rose City's book by Nick
Yep.
Celio. Buy it on Amazon. I'm gonna read mine tomorrow. Do all the things that we tell you to do, like, subscribe, tell your
Yep.
friends, and keep listening. That's it. That's all I gotta say. And keep that ass tight.
And always remember, do it,
Win it.
and you best believe you better motherfucking
Crush.
rush it.
Crush that shit. We out. Peace.
Peace.
The cat in the box.
Sometimes the darkness shades the light. Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, then I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me, no. The question still remains,